ver este partido en vivo es necesario.
Jesus, clearing header. That's the Mendy. Perez. Chance here for Paraguay. Good stop from Alisson. Rare save in the Copa America for the Liverpool keeper. Nicely worked though from Paraguay. Gonzalez it was as Paraguay and Sanchez press. Wind in their sails now. Now this quarter-final being widely tipped here in Brazil is pretty much a foregone conclusion. Hasn't turned out that way so far, but it's relatively early days. It's 29 minutes on the clock. Dani Alves racing forward. It's going to come out first yellow. Eder. Certainly caught the ankle of the Brazil captain. Half an hour gone, still scoreless. Everton dispossessed and given away by Junior Alonso. Again, it's Chichi saying to the feet. Everton down, complains to the fourth as the play goes on. Just the one card from a man from Chile, that for Eder moments ago. Has tried to let this game flow. Marquinhos be allowed to move forward. Maybe pass to Dani Alves again, who slows down quickly. That's been the order of the day, I think, from Paraguay. Arturo caught. Paraguay not afraid to attack here. Looking for a free kick. Can it go their way? Ortiz down. Paraguay pressing, harrying. Not letting Brazil have it their own way. Only one proper stop in that game so far. That made by Alisson from Gonzalez. Miguel Almiron to hoist this ball forward. Coutinho got it half clear. Just bounced off the Liverpool man's head. Almiron calling for it again. Dani Alves just got his backside in the way and quickly taken. Tour getting a touch. Was a defensive-looking side on paper. Put out by Berizio, but they have made the most of what they've got so far this evening. Paraguay. Almiron again using his pace, got the delivery in. Coutinho. Gabriel Jesus on that far side bounces off Ivan Perez, and card number 2 for the Libertad player. Second for Paraguay, that is, not second for Perez. It was just fraction of a second too slow. Everton looking for a way through it again. Popped it up. Bit of a gap down that left-hand side for Brazil. Try to exploit. This switch swing's got 2 yellows. Lurking ball, never reached any of them. Casemiro, Neymar looking on. Coutinho allowed to turn. Tour. Brazil just trying to find a way through against this stubborn Paraguay backline. Again they go to the air. No real purchase on the header from Firmino. Do you expect a lot of balls in the air from Brazil? Can be quite aerial at times. Minutes remaining until half-time. From Valbuena. Valbuena, West Ham man. He's dropped earlier on in this campaign, but his experience has been necessary for this match. Turns to the officials and quick cards. This is could be problematic for Paraguay. Alonso in. Perez. Now Julio Alonso have all been booked. Mendy. Again, good defending from Thiago Silva. Saw the danger, snuffed it out. kicks have gone Brazil's way mostly, but not that one. Alonso forward. Semenya caught in possession. Danger now for Paraguay. Artur. Everton on this near side. Brazil pressing and probing and forced backwards, a long way backwards, all the way into their own half, and Anderson. And some disquiet amongst the locals, who have very little patience when it comes to the Seleção. So used to seeing them just stroll past opponents. By and large, those days are over. Coutinho didn't quite have the speed. Given away, defensive errors could prove costly here. Everton still going. Everton to the byline. Sanchez. And then whacked clear on the far side by Perez. Paraguay cannot afford to make mistakes at the back. Silva closed down quickly. Paraguay knowing when and when not to make those runs. So see so much possession now for Brazil. Coutinho! Straight at Gatito Fernandes. 3 shots from Brazil have been straight at the keeper. 5 minutes remaining in this first half, quarter-final night here in the Copa America. Two matches to come Friday evening. One on Saturday. Tour. The winners of this tie will go through to face either Venezuela or Argentina on Tuesday in the Estadio Militao. This ball cut out. Can Paraguay hang on? Can Brazil find a way through before half-time? Again cut out. Gonzalez. Good to be shot by Thiago Silva. A little high for Allen, who did well to prod it forward to Felipe Luis. Now as Firmino has stayed on side. That was Jesus let it escape him. And Gatito Fernandes not taking any risks by not picking the ball up. Dani Alves goes to the air. Gomez underneath that one. Firmino, whistle's gone. That is white. Offside. But in Balbuena and Gomez, Paraguay do have two tallish, very experienced central defenders. Silva being urged forward, really crosses that halfway line, gave it away. Ivan Perez waits for the whistle, rather, and got it. 2 minutes remaining in this first half, and now, well, could seem a little bit harsh. The Atletico Madrid man. Let's see it again. Not a lot in there, really. Maybe card for dissent. First yellow for Brazil. Signs of frustration, perhaps. On paper, the Seleção packed solid with talent and ability. Felipe Luis forced to go alone, tricks his way through, then fortunately for him, the referee's feeling lenient. Appeared to be simulation. Final minutes at the end of this first half. What kind of reception will Brazil get at half-time? Not had a bad half. Sometimes, though, for the Brazilian public, that's not good enough. Jesus picking up pace. He goes to ground, not for the first time. Escaping Dani Alves. Gonzalez. 2 minutes to be added on. Almiron. Semendia almost losing control. Brazil trying to put themselves out of trouble. Firmino gave it away, and then Paraguay follow suit. Coutinho now, Paraguay stretched here. Coutinho's got Everton. Saw a bit of a gap, and then Dani Alves on the follow-up. It's away from Coutinho. He loses control, and Brazil might be getting it in the neck here at half-time. Little mistakes, but Thiago Silva again solid, even though the throw goes against him. Chichi was getting it big time early on in this campaign, that to win over Peru. Leading flavour of the month once again. Certainly getting a lot more stick than he used to. The scene now is a little bit too negative. Seconds remaining. Once again, it's a loose ball. Well, mixed bag. Some boos from the harder to please fans. Some applause for the Seleção and Paraguay. It's been entertaining, but it's scoreless at half-time between Brazil and Paraguay.
Celebrate the nation's birthday with the CFL on TSN.
Happy Canada Day, everybody.
As the Riders open their house against the Argos.
I love the atmosphere here, Ian. It is great to be a part of. Woo!
Rider Nation, baby.
James Wilder Jr. Touchdown, Argos!
of the day. Only on TSN.
Make your escape in the Nissan Qashqai. With intelligent all-wheel drive. Nissan Qashqai, the agility of a car, the ruggedness of an SUV. And during factory-approved days, get lease or finance rates from 0% on select models, only until July 2nd.
Need a change of scenery? Kayak searches hundreds of travel sites and lets you filter by takeoff time, layovers, and more. So you can be confident you're getting the right flight at the best price. Kayak. Search one and done.
New pepperoni and cheese stuffed crazy crust pizza. Loads of pepperoni and cheese baked right into the crust for $10.99.
Is it too stuffed?
Probably not.
It's Little Caesars and a whole lot of tasty hot ready.
Bear presents A Job Well Done. Painting be done and stay done.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun. Dun.
Bear, voted Canada's most trusted brand of interior paint. Keep all you're doing done with Bear Premium Plus. Right now, get incredible savings on Bear paints, stains, and primers. Exclusively at the Home Depot.
So, you're looking to buy a car. AutoTrader compares millions of cars and lets you know when you're getting a great price with all the information that you need. With the most cars in Canada, you'll find the best deals at AutoTrader. Visit autotrader.ca.
With no choice but to move back home after university, they thought he'd be a little more...
With rear cross-traffic alert. Just one of the many Nissan available in the Nissan Rogue.
Alongside Claire Rustad, Caitlin Kyle, and Diana Matheson, and it is a quarterfinal built for a final. The two heavyweights, the two favorites coming into the tournament, the United States of America and the host country France, go head-to-head. And Claire, after watching the game between the United States and Spain, we saw some vulnerabilities in this U.S. team. Is there a chance we see them eliminated on Friday?
I honestly think it's a 50-50 shot. I think if you look at the match with the Americans and the French earlier this year, the French were able to exploit a lot of those defensive vulnerabilities that have existed for a long time, but just because the Americans tend to play teams that just don't quite match up with them, they haven't really been shown yet. And I think the French can just blast through that back line. The more pressure they put on the back line and the goalkeeper, I think the better their chances will be.
Yeah, the French have been the most consistent team at this tournament by far, hands down. The one issue with that U.S. backline is the goalkeeper for me. She's made numerous errors throughout this World Cup. I think the second PK was a bit soft, so for them to even squeak through, I think they were a little bit lucky. So I'm really looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this French line going at this backline of America, because I don't think they were genuinely tested until that Spain game.
I think for me, the American defensive shape gives France some good opportunities. They play a 4-3-3 with a flat midfield, which leaves a lot of space out wide, which is where the French love to attack. Both right and left side, great combinations, and they love to hit a long switch, and there could be a lot of space for them to play in. It'll be interesting to me to see if the U.S. changes anything up. My thought is they don't. They stick to what they do well, and they try and beat teams that way. They don't adapt to other teams. That said, the U.S. just always finds a way to win. I know... As a Canadian, I know that more than anyone, and I wouldn't put it past them to win this one either.
By the way, Megan Rapinoe, she wanted a beep show. I think she's going to get it. 48,000 fans will be in attendance. It is sold out at Parc des Princes in Paris. The lowest resale ticket right now, $500 American dollars. We can't wait for this matchup.
Motor Trend called the Jeep Wrangler an affirmation of automotive freedom. We say... They said it's what crossovers want to be when they grow up. We say... They said it was a thorough rework of an American original. We say... Because actions speak louder than words. Right now, get up to $3,000 in discounts on Motor Trend's 2019 SUV of the Year, Jeep Wrangler.
This is the summer you use Expedia to get out of the office, out on the town, then out of the city entirely, to book that cottage on the lake, hit the road in a rental, and soak up a little sun. It's the summer you discover Expedia makes it easy to do everything or nothing at all. With more options in Canada from coast to coast than any other travel site, Expedia has everything you need to go.
Canadian Tire's Tested program helps you make the most of summer with products tested by real Canadians. But only the best get the badge. Like barbecues you can count on every time you fire them up. Coolers designed to keep your stuff cold wherever you are. And quality sprinklers that can water your entire yard. So to enjoy summer with products you can depend on, look for the Tested badge.
There's a reason he's called a Canada Goose.
My students needed an art space. So the kids and I hatched a plan. Everyone got on board. I went to Staples and made it happen. This is how I work, learn, grow.
And this is Julia. She banks the way she streams, without limits. Because with the CIBC Smart Account, she gets unlimited everyday banking for a capped monthly fee. So no matter how many times she banks, she only pays once. We agree, Julia. That is something to hum about. Bank without limits with the CIBC Smart Account.
How do you become a minivan expert? By listening to your customers. We've been listening and learning for over 35 years. We've learned you can never have enough storage, that getting there can be half the fun. Seating should be generous and endlessly flexible, and that a minivan can take you farther than you ever thought. Listening and learning. That's how you become a minivan expert. Get up to $12,750 in total discounts on Canada's most affordable lineup of minivans.
Alongside Christian Jack and former Canadian international Terry Dunfield, and mission accomplished for Canada and then some in the group stage, smashing their way into the Gold Cup quarterfinals. Cavallini and David recorded the first 2 hat-tricks ever in a men's national team game in the same game. The duo also becoming the first 2 to score Gold Cup hat-tricks for Canada. 7 goals, the most goals scored by Canada in a group stage Gold Cup game, and it's just job well done, is it not?
It really was. It was a big-time performance from the players. I think the attack is purring. The movements are becoming intrinsic. I think several of the goals were nice team goals. The spacing's great. The movements are dynamic. There's a cutting edge to the way Canada's playing. They've got 2 goal scorers up top in Cavallini and Jonathan David. When the ball's dropping to them, you feel like it's going to be a goal. They're in defensive transition. They're hunting impacts. They're getting that ball back so quickly, KJ. It really was such a big-time performance.
Yeah, they're playing with a swagger that we've not seen for many years in the CONCACAF region. You know, the dismantling teams, that should never be taken for granted in Canada either. The amount of the goals they've scored now under John Herman, 30 goals in 7 competitive games, which is an incredible stat to think. Competitive games, which is an incredible stat to think about that. Competitive games, which is an incredible stat to think about that.
Intelligent around view monitor. With rear cross-traffic alert. Just one of the many Nissan intelligent mobility technologies available in the Nissan Rogue.
After a tough morning, you crave satisfying, mouth-watering plants.
Plants?
Oh yeah, plants. Try Tim Hortons' new 100% plant-based Beyond Meat breakfast sausage.
Plants.
Nailed it.
At the Home Depot, you get guaranteed low prices and help finding the right appliances. Maybe check out our smart fridges.
Well, good afternoon to you, Fridge.
We'll take it. Guaranteed low prices, expert help. That's the Home Depot way.
To make our smoked sausages perfect, we craft them with care. We use our premium fresh pork and fine spices. We carefully tie them by hand, hang them by hand, and slow smoke them over natural hardwood until they're perfectly flavored. At Schneider's, we've honed our technique for 129 years. Because great taste is timeless.
What? She's ziplining with Little John?
It's Lil John. Even he knows that.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Don't hate like their trip. Book yours with Hotels.com and get rewarded basically everywhere.
Hotels.com. Be there. Do that. Get rewarded. Here I come. The big Papa Bear, call me the gun. Can't have none if you ain't lost one. It's little Ross in the sound system. Yeah, so what you know about this thing? What you know about this thing? What you know about this thing? Come out the way when I shout this.
But I don't need space from you. And every single day you don't. It feels nice.
Introducing the Nissan Kicks. Move to your own beat.
Welcome back to the Arena do Grêmio in Porto Alegre in the south of Brazil. A scoreless first 45 minutes between Brazil and Paraguay in the quarterfinals of the Copa America. But a lively, open and intriguing first 45 minutes of football. The prospect though of penalties to come. If there's a draw after 90 minutes here. Paraguay and Brazil have been there before, and Paraguay have come out on top on 2 occasions. Marquinhos still in the tunnel. No changes that we can see at the start of this second half. Venezuela or Argentina await the winner. Just one proper save really in this match by this man, from Gonzalez. All the shots from Brazil have been straight at Tito Fernandes so far. In fact, Alexander is going to come on now. That should be normally for Felipe Luis. That would be the obvious change. Felipe Luis, the only man who's been booked for Brazil, and so many Brazilian coaches do like to swap players who have been carded, and Chichi is certainly one of them. But is that going to be the swap? We shall see. No surprises then. I think it is a precaution. Now the reason to take out Felipe Luis, who had a decent game, but he was on that yellow, and Chichi, ever cautious, has made that swap. My name's John Cottrell. This is quarter-final time in the Copa America. This being broadcast live from Brazil. Uruguay starting this match as firm underdogs, holding their own, looking organised, looking determined, and probably so far their best display in this Copa. 2 points have got them through so far. Gary Jesus tried a hack, a chapelle, which almost came off. And Firmino will get penalised there and gets a card. Second card. How long is he going to last for? If Chichi follows suit, that is, with his rationale. Doesn't he, the referee, seeing it as a deliberate tread on the foot of Arsene Ender? Not so sure. Two quick bookings then. Deliveries towards the end of the first half. Firmino 3 in the book for Paraguay. No changes from them so far. And on. Good season for Newcastle. Gave it away on that occasion. Coutinho also gave it away. Has not been a pushover for Brazil, which was what many were expecting. Of all the quarter-final matches, this one's seen as a one-way ticket for deciding yellow. It may still turn out to be that way, but no goals so far. The best chance going to Gonzalez, the man down. She's shouting, look at the ball. Well, okay, fair enough. Alexandro gets his first touch. Everton, always willing to attack, always willing to try the dribble that at times can overdo it. Artur, so much goes through him nowadays for Brazil. Firmino, serve it through to Everton, facing two, almost inevitably went through the dribble, which is exciting to see at times. He scored two very good goals in this Copa so far, Everton. And Artur just had the goal open up for him for a second. Coutinho having to step back a fraction there to squeeze the shot in. Once again, easy for the Botafogo keeper. The referee, not quite sure how clear-sighted he was on that one. Soft free kick again. And I think he said he got the ball. I think he's right. Closing down from Gary Jesus. Both sides have worked very, very hard here in Porto Alegre. Gave it away. Perez with his head down, really. Coutinho as he dragged back by Sanchez. Artur almost fabulous ball from Firmino. Almost. Artur. Arsemende down again. You can hear the cry. And he's already back on his feet. The space and time has been at a premium here. Uruguay played it absolutely right so far against this highly talented Brazil side. Firmino still going, couldn't get the ball from his feet properly. Never really had control, the Liverpool man. Milan is in quickly. Artur again, the linchpin. Moving menacingly forward, gave it away, gets the second bite of the cherry, has a go. Former Gremio man getting the applause from the Gaucho public. There's a space to run into. Maybe he could have taken that shot the first time of asking, instead of going for the pass. Tito Fernandez been told to get a move on. These Brazil players need so much micromanaging from Chichi. Good ball for Firmino, chance for Brazil. Firmino goes to ground. And the referee has pointed to the spot. Balbuena it was who made the challenge. Now, look at that one. Now. Referee being surrounded by Paraguay players. So many decisions have gone to VAR. And we've seen some weird calls. Looks on, is poised. She can hardly bear to look. The referee has to talk. I'm not so sure about when Firmino went down. Contact, naturally enough, from a challenge, and then he just seemed to drop. Normally here we get a verbal check and then the referee may go across. There you go. Now will we see what he can see? That is the question. We've seen some dubious calls even after VAR. Pressure is on the referee. Again, we can't see what he can see. Not completely convinced when Firmino went down. Let's see what our man comes up with. So many angles in slow-mo. He's just about ready to make what could be a game-turning decision. Still not clear. And, well, that is interesting. That is very interesting indeed. A red card, a straight red card for Balbuena. I really have to see this one again. The VAR has been controversial throughout this campaign, throughout this tournament. Well, let's see it again from here. Balbuena came across just outside the area. And caught the ankle there, caught the ankle in fact. West Ham man is off. Game-turning moment here in Porto Alegre. But the referee has got it right, that the contact was made just outside the area. And Brazil still may profit. Everton, Dani Alves, Coutinho, the options. Brazil fans making their presence felt here in Porto Alegre. And Brazil find a way through. Dani Alves looks poised. As Brazil have got something as they've worked out in the training area. Got a man on the turf for Paraguay. Dani Alves to drive it just off target. Balbuena off then for Paraguay. Penalty returned and a free kick was given just outside the area. No surprises here to see Paraguay making their first change. I think it's Gonzalez who's going to come off. It's not, in fact. Alcemendi, one of the players on a yellow card. In a rush, 60 minutes gone. Paraguay down to 10. but avoided the penalty. And Dani Alves didn't really get hold of it. Coutinho in the shooting chance. Charged down. Gonzalez to get it down field. Oh, gripping stuff here in the city of Porto Alegre. Onus now with Brazil. Paraguay will want to hang on. As a handball appeal against Gabi Jesus is turned down. He goes to ground. Penalties. If we no goals or a draw at full time. Collapsing in a heap. Militao with some adjustments to make. Alexander surging forward. And Gonzalez clipped him. Sandro, Brazil unwilling to take any kind of long-range shots. That's been a feature under Chichi. Certainly in recent matches, Casemiro perhaps a different kind of player. Somebody have a pop from this kind of Rangers jogger. Silva may have a go. Not picked up. He does let fly. Garcia Fernandez has seen it all before. Won't be pressured into hoofing down that ball too early. To no avail. Gonzalez. Who had the cap on in the first half, removed for the second. Set pieces perhaps an option now for Paraguay with Balbuena sent off. That's throwing bodies forward. Almiron. Not the greatest of deliveries, given away by Coutinho. Long effort charged down by Coutinho. Almiron. Sanchez to hoist it forward. Paraguay kept bodies forward, but they'll have to scuttle back into position now. Ivan Perez just knocking it out of play. Venezuela and Argentina are looking on, watching, maybe learning. Again, Brazil patient, just trying to pull Paraguay out of position. Alexander, a menacing cross inside the area. Artur, ever taking the edge of the area. And Dani Alves in the air. Firmino. A lucky ricochet to Firmino off the back of Alexandro. And Artur was down. Alexandro, again another menacing cross. And down Perez with a diving header away. Hands to the pump for Paraguay. Brazil encamped in the Paraguay half. Dani Alves, he clutches the ankle. Quickly back on his feet, the Brazil captain. Marquinhos certainly moved further forward since the sending off of Balbuena. Alexandro seeing a lot of possession since replacing Felipe Luis. Marquinhos. Alexandro. A loose ball. Alan came for it. Feels a handball. Marquinhos. Alexandro. Marquinhos prodded it forward. Brazil denied though again. Starting to win these loose balls. Coutinho closed down quickly. Almost 1-on-1 there. Gonzalez, Thiago Silva again. That's been spot on at the back for Brazil. So mopping up from Coutinho. Coutinho. All one-way traffic now. Everton still going. This is more like it. Everton pulls it across the area. Loose ball to Artur. He tried to curl it. And Gatito Fernandez turns it away as Paraguay hang on here for dear life in the city of Porto Alegre. Sandro's curling shot, failing to curl enough. Minutes on the clock. Quarter-final action here between Brazil and Paraguay. And Gatito Fernandez using all of his experience just to give his side a bit of a breather. Exactly. William coming on then for Alan. Defensive midfielder off. Williams scored one of those goals against Peru. Brazil not short of firepower William, who replaced the injured Neymar for this tournament. Around 48,000 here for this one, so decent turnout. The stadium, which is rarely full, even when Gremio play at home. Allison. Again, it's to the feet from Chi-Chi. I would have thought it was pretty obvious, but he keeps barking out those instructions. William. Chelsea now. That's a good delivery, but in the end, sweeps out Gatito Fernandez. Take as many seconds off the clock as he possibly can. That is getting the benefit of the doubt as Alexandro moved in. Boy about to make a second change. Now the Sun under a bit of pressure. Decent claim, quick throw out to Dani Alves. Races forward, William. Everton. From one, got his cross in the back of the touch and hit wide from close range by Gabriel Jesus. Always willing to take his men on. Coutinho missed the initial header. Gabriel Jesus put it wide. Paraguay hanging on. We are edging towards penalties. Rojas, the latest arrival for Paraguay. Down the centre, look round by Gabriel Jesus for support for Everton. Everton. Flick from Arturo, maybe a handball, not spotted. Coutinho, Arturo. Picked off again down the centre. No joy for Brazil in that area so far at least. William out on the wing. The space for the cross for Marquinhos, and the header is off target. Firmino.
Robinho! So unlucky.
Did everything right. Clever little piece of skill here. Sets himself up, hits the inside of the post.
Levantou a bola. Que é isso? Que jogadaça do Belushi. Olha só. Primeiro ele levantou, fingiu que ia dar o chutão. Chapéuzinho, penteou o cabelo.
Mills of odds in the first time penalty incident. Mills left bamboozled. Fantastic skill. Eder.
Here's Neymar on the ball again. Goal and assist from the Brazilian, and a few moments of brilliant skill, but he may just have over.
そして後半27分のプレーですが、ルーニーがこれ狙いましたね。
Eles não qualificam. Qualificando douleur.
Poder ver este partido en vivo es necesario suscríbete.
Todo mundo que vai imbecil da frente. Esses homens na do Brasil, surtout, faut ajouter ça là. Pour l'Amérique, faut ajouter toujours. Parce que l'autre parle français. Le vous dit d'abord, ou dit ensuite, faut dire enfin maintenant. Le vous dit pour l'Amérique. Faut dire live. Faut dire une pénalité qui est là. Il est deux fois là. Qu'est-ce que vous avez dit? YouTube. Johnson.
Bagarre la chauffer, balle pour Brésil, à ok, bien joué Coutinho, non passe là-bas bon, pour la dégager, gardons causé, et puis ça y fait monter, ça y met à le pour la dehors, espoir la balle pour qui? Pour Brésil avec Dani Alves, il change lui pour Alexandro, il tourne pour Dani Alves, il joue William, il joue Bago comme c'est fatigué tout. Bien joué, il va bon, pas ça va bon, et pas ça pas bon. La coucher, et ça le besoin. La prédate à net, Gonzalez, et ça le besoin. La prédate à net, c'est un coup d'agadou, il tourne 40 000 pour être là. Parce qu'il a besoin de temps passé. Temps passé vraiment, 79e minute de jeu. Si elle est dans le pénal à Brésil, il pense au carbone. Il pense tout le monde.
Oui, il bloque le télé. Il te bloque. Ça passe,
là, c'est avec deux pays, Brésil pas partage frontière, qui c'est Chili et c'est Chili c'est un nayo, côté que Brésil partage frontière, côté il y a 14 000 Paraguayens pour semaine ça qui entre dans le Brésil. Après yo fin qualifié samedi dernier, côté que yo même yo entré pour que yo capable venir suivre match là et côté que jusqu'à maintenant bon résultat pour yo côté match Asio puis partout on a regardé Everton le mauvais réance côté que on a regardé Everton jouer mieux la dans stade club li a évolué côté que c'est dans stade ça monsieur habitué jouer côté que match Asio puis partout on a joué 85 minutes dans match là 0 but partout. Bon, c'était Lucas Paqueta qui a vu dans Milasé. Est-ce que c'est Coutinho qui va le tirer? Est-ce que monsieur Lucas Paqueta est un bon grand parce que c'est lui-même qui t'a remplacé Neymar lorsque Neymar était blessé et c'est lui-même qui t'a remplacé Neymar. Est-ce que vous avez supposé que Coutinho, Lucas Paqueta qui a vu dans Milasé, est-ce que c'est des champions côté mieux tiré Alexandre? Monsieur a vu dans Milasé. C'est deuxième meilleur buteur pour sélection pour club Milasia pour saison 1 côté que est-ce que c'est faute non Everton pas fait faute n'a regardé William et n'a regardé Paraguay et n'a regardé Firmino pour là et regardé Brésil. J'ai l'impression sou on connaît Brésil a ban on a regardé Paraguay qu'a fait et match là vraiment on a joué 82e minute dans match là 0 but partout. Zami m'a posé une question. Est-ce que en Amérique du Sud, est-ce que c'est pas tiré au but directement après 90 minutes là? Pourquoi ça? En Amérique du Sud, par exemple, en prolongation, on c'est pénalité direct. Si que mettent Lucas Paqueta dans la place qui moun, qui moun tiré, on a regardé Lucas Paqueta qui vient avec une consigne pour un joueur brésilien Lucas Paqueta qui a vu dans Milacé, il fait étirer Dani Alves, qui c'est un latéral. Non, il n'y a pas un problème parce que William comble vite Dani. Quand le Brésil passe avec une défense à 3. Le Brésil passe avec une défense à 3. Alexandre Marquinhos, c'est pas Dani Alves qui a tiré. Non, c'est pas Dani Alves. Non, c'est pas Dani Alves parce que Dani Alves c'est capitaine. Est-ce que il va vérifier pour eux? Qui s'est passé là? Est-ce que c'est sous faute? Il a été coché à terre ou bien Marco? Marco est avec chien de café. Il a fait chien.
Retourner sous faute pas, mais sorry. Est-ce que le fait, ouais?
Carton pour Kimon et carton pour Atumelo. Carton pour Atumelo, que c'est un Brésilien. Est-ce qu'il est capable là dans le prochain match là? On a regardé. Et match là 0 but partout. Dans le 85e minute de match là, et Lucas Paqueta là parce qu'il est entré. Est-ce que c'est Dani Alves ou bien il faut vérifier le changement pour nous? Et il faut vérifier le changement. Est-ce que c'est Dani Alves qui est retiré? Et match là, 0 but partout. On a vu 85e minute dans match là, 0 but partout. Habite là-bas, carton jaune pour Arthur et foot pour l'équipe Paraguay là. Côté qui n'a regardé supporter Grêmio qui vient supporter l'équipe Brésil là, n'a regardé Tite qui s'est sélectionné Brésil là et qui a dit pas comment ça va passer là. Côté que est-ce que c'est action pour que Paraguay baille goal là, nous pas connaître. Ensuite pour nous côté que tout fanatique Brésil a prié et qui prochain match Brésil s'est qualifié. Si Brésil qualifié, Argentine qualifié, nous avons vu Brésil face avec l'équipe Argentine et nous avons acheté Brésil battant. Côté que match à 0 but partout, nous avons gardé Alisson qui n'a pas inquiété du tout dans le match là. Et côté que monsieur c'est champion d'Europe, côté que monsieur fait l'histoire ensemble avec l'équipe Liverpool là. Et ballon et jouer côté que nous avons gardé et nous avons gardé son mirage Jericho. Côté que nous avons gardé Brésilien, nous avons gardé Brésil. Est-ce que Brésil est capable d'écraser ça pour que nous capable pour que et faute pour le Brésil, match n'a vu 86e minute dans le match, 0 but partout. Est-ce que nous allons dans le but direct ou bien nous allons aller dans le premier temps, deuxième temps, prolongation côté